Morning. I'm Barrett, and welcome to another episode of What a Twist. We have a pretty good lineup for you this week, and we're going to jump right into it. Our first movie of the day is a Netflix original called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and here's the trailer for it. It's directed by the Coen brothers, and James Franco is in it.
People are so easily distracted.
Brendan Gleeson,
So I'm the distractor.
Liam Neeson,
People
Tim
can't
Blake
enough-
Nelson.
Because, well, they connect the stories to themselves, I suppose. And we all love hearing about ourselves.
This movie is made up of a bunch of independent stories
But not
that
us.
revolve around this central character, Buster Scruggs. Yeah, the Coen brothers know how to make pretty good fucking movies, and this one is no exception. It is.
I'm Buster. Buster Scruggs.
Tim Blake Nelson is awesome in this.
Appears to do, yes.
The movie is rated R, and its running time is just over 2 hours.
Anything to say before sentence is carried out.
Sentence? What's my sentence?
James Franco was good too.
Things have a way of escalating out here in the West.
My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings.
That man is a wonder. Oh, we'll just have to see, won't we? Crazy business.
Yeah, the movie's pretty wild.
First time?
I've seen so many memes on Facebook about James Franco having that noose around his neck saying, oh, first time? The movie was fantastic. Dark humor is, it takes a certain person to be able to appreciate it, but that doesn't mean you still can't watch it and still like it for what it is. It's a really good movie, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who's willing to sit down and give it a shot. It was really, really, really good. Our next entry for today is an anime on Netflix called Cannon Busters. There is only the one season released. Its rating is TV mature, and it was released just a couple years ago in 2019. It's about a couple of androids, a couple of robots trying to find a prince or something of the sort, if memory serves correctly. And here's the trailer for it. Couldn't find a Japanese trailer with subtitles. Got stuck with an English dubbed one. Okay, so they're calling her a robot. Yeah, there's that prince. So Philly the Kid is this weird dude who can't die. I mean, he can die, but then he just comes back to life, and those numbers that you just saw tattooed all over his body are they're the numerical representation of how many times he's died and come back being resurrected. Yeah, an immortal outlaw. His car is like a old video game machine that takes quarters, and it transforms from a car into this giant bull mech robot. It's such a fucking weird cartoon, but I got a real kick out of it. It had a lot of humor. It was pretty funny. I love the animation. It's top notch. It looks amazing. It looks really good, and it was a cool story. And if you're a fan of anime and you haven't seen this yet, wow, would I ever recommend it? It's just the worst fucking luck. Yeah. she's some kind of crazy fucking... I think she's got like robot amnesia, like she's had a memory wipe or something like that. She can't remember herself. Well, there you go. That was the trailer for it. I hope it piques your interest. Like I say, it's really well worth the watch. It's a really well done cartoon. Our third entry today is also from Netflix. After the popularity of a series called Narcos, I'm sure some of you have heard of it, they made a secondary series called Narcos Mexico, and it starred one of my favorite actors, Michael Pena, and it also has, what's that guy's name? There we go, Scoot McNairy. Love that guy's name, Scoot. But anyway, here's the trailer for season 1. And, I'm pretty sure it's season 1. Here we go.
Nació una oportunidad para nuestras organizaciones. Tengo un plan. Estamos buscando una sociedad.
Yeah, Diego Luna is really good in this show too. I think it starts, it all starts with weed, and then they progress to cocaine, because this is during the height of the Colombian cartels, especially with not El Chapo, what the fuck is his name? So many beautiful women in this show. Pablo Escobar. Fuck, I knew it would come to me. Yeah, so they start shipping literal tons of cocaine, and they all start going fucking crazy, because that's what coke does to you. And do enough of it and go fucking bonkers. I'm not sure I enjoyed this show as much as the original Narcos, but the actors in this show were really good, and I still really enjoyed it. Now, up until just recently, there was just 2 seasons, but I've just seen in Netflix recently that they've recently added a 3rd season. So I put it back on my list, and I fully plan on watching the 3rd season as soon as I get the chance. All right, there you go. That was the trailer, and that was season 1. Our last entry for today is a series called The Movies That Made Us. And in a future episode coming up here pretty soon, I'm going to be talking about a couple holiday movies that they wound up having as a whole separate thing for a little bit. It was this show that we're going to talk about called The Movies That Made Us, and they talk about Dirty Dancing, Home Alone, Ghostbusters, a couple other really big classical hits from back in the day, and how dangerously close they actually came to not being made. You know, creative differences, troublesome actors and actresses, fucking wacko directors and Hollywood executives, and whatever you could possibly imagine was going on behind the scenes for these shows. So in a couple of weeks, when we do show you a pick of the week for the holiday movies that made us, just know that you can't actually find that show anymore, and it's a part of this series that we're going to show you a trailer for now. So here's the movies that made us.
I'm just obsessed with Christmas, and I love the script, and I was like, I'm in, having absolutely no idea what we were about to find out.
I wrote Ghostbusters. The concept was kind of a brand new idea.
I remember I read the script for Dirty Dancing. So the rough cut's done. He looks over at my bosses and says, burn the negative and collect the insurance. Oh no.
Why did we waste our money on this?
A lot lot of the actors read the script and they go, this guy's like a wimp.
Yeah,
All the heroes
nobody
does is
wanted
try
to
hide
take
and
Die
get help.
Hard.
We'd run out of studios. 42 rejection letters.
And
They
Bruce
were really
Willis was
afraid
considered
of this movie.
too wimpy at first.
So ridiculously violent.
That's
So scary to watch. They really do the stuff.
We thought it was a pretty good movie, but we had no idea it was going to have the effect it did on the audience.
There is something special in this movie for everyone.
The crowd went crazy.
This film was catching on fire.
Dirty Dancing, it changed our lives. And I've become an old man now. We're still talking about that film.
People tattoo my face on their bodies. That's crazy.
Holy mackerel, this is like one of the greatest movies ever made.
There you go. That's the trailer for season 1. I think they're up to 3 now, and they've got a really good variety and selection of, like I say, they're all older movies from the 80s and 90s that I'm sure the majority of you are going to be familiar with. It first came out in 2019. Its rating is TV mature. There's a lot of swearing, but other than that, there's no nudity and there's no violence. It's just interviews and then showing you clips from all these old movies and behind the scenes shots and stuff. Couldn't recommend it enough. For someone older like me in my 40s, I was greatly interested to see all the shenanigans that went on for these shows. And if you are of the same mind, then you'll definitely have to check this out. But that's it for this episode of What a Twist. Really like to thank everybody for watching. A like is always very helpful, but more importantly, please subscribe. You know, it's no trouble to unsubscribe if you ever decide to in the future, and it really helps us out. It really does. So we would really appreciate it here at Entertainment on High if you could do that for us. And as always, please tell your friends about us. Have a good one.